Thank you everyone for joining us for our digital health funding update. My name is Teresa Wang and I'm the Senior Strategy Manager at Rock Health, and I lead the research efforts here, which include tracking our funding trends in the digital health space. We'll save a few minutes at the end for Q&A, so please feel free to type in questions on the right-hand side, or you can also upvote questions you would like to see answered. Before we start, I'm going to do a quick refresh of what Rock Health considers digital health. We view digital health as the intersection of healthcare and technology. This means that the venture funding we track only includes technology-centric health-related companies, whether they focus on the administration of healthcare, the delivery of healthcare, or the process of bringing breakthrough new healthcare products to market, both on the R&D and commercialization side. We don't consider health insurance companies such as Oscar or healthcare providers such as One Medical as digital health companies because they're pure service companies that employ technology, which is in direct contrast to a technology-enabled company such as telemedicine that simply cannot exist without digital. Molecular diagnostic companies such as Guardant Health that perform FDA-regulated testing and render diagnosis or report to physicians are also excluded. Similar to biopharma companies, molecular diagnostic companies are significantly more capital-intensive than software-based companies and would skew our funding. Additionally, technology companies that are industry agnostic or diversified across more than 2 verticals are not included. Software companies focused across human resources and not solely health benefits, such as Zenefits, are also excluded from our digital health funding database. We only include deals that are US-based and greater than $2 million in efforts to be comprehensive in our reporting. Well, great, so let's get started. With 2014 breaking all records, we entered the year wondering if digital health would be able to keep pace with last year. And to our pleasant surprise, digital health saw $4.5 billion in total venture funding, ending the year slightly above the 2014's $4.3 billion mark. While skeptics may question the attractiveness of digital health as an industry, it's important to keep in perspective what an incredible feat it was for 2015 to be on pace with 2014. One metric that we look at to gauge the health of the overall digital health industry is the proportion of total venture funding it represents. The most recent venture funding data released was as of the end of Q3 in 2015, and digital health accounted for 7% of the total funding. We believe that 6 to 9% and even maybe at the 10% mark is a healthy range for digital health. Anything above that would perhaps indicate overrating in this space. Healthcare as an industry accounts for 18% of US GDP, which includes therapeutics and services, which are not included in our digital health definition. Just in 2015 alone, 267 separate digital health companies in the US each raised more than $2 million. (2015) not only mirrored 2014 in total funding dollars, but also in average deal size and deal count. In 2014, there was a sharp increase in both numbers of deals and average deal size, up 56% and 35% respectively. However, 2015 only saw a small increase in the total number of deals and average deal size, closing out at 14.8 million for average deal size and 302 deals. Digital health companies continue to show growth internally as well, with the average number of employees increasing from 44 to 50 over the course of the past year, which is quite a significant jump from an average of 40 employees in 2013. In 2015, seed and Series A deals continued to account for the majority of deals. Series C and later stage deals represented nearly a quarter of all deal volume. 37 companies that closed a deal in 2014 raised at least one more round in 2015. This number is encouraging, indicating that companies are growing faster and that they're reaching milestones to justify another raise. Collective Health and ClassPass each closed early stage deals in 2014, Series A and Seed and Series A respectively, and then a Series B and C round in 2015. Peloton Interactive raised a Series B in 2014 and followed on with a Series C and a growth round in 2015. If we take a look at the 6 largest deals of the year, they nearly totaled $750 million, representing 16% of all funding. Nant Health closed the largest deal of the year with $200 million, bringing its total amount raised to an impressive $680. Two of the six largest deals were consumer-driven genetic companies, 23andMe and Helix. With genetic services adoption only at 7% this year, investors must be betting big that there will be continued growth and uptake by consumers to engage with their health via genetics. One of the most common questions we get is, what categories or areas do we see a lot of growth and excitement in? And if we take a look at the top 6 from this year, none of these are shocking. Healthcare consumer engagement continues to remain a focus as healthcare shifts towards transparency and the consumer starts to play an increasingly important role. A convergence of factors like high deductible health plans, smartphone penetration have all facilitated this growth, and we're seeing other categories benefit as well. Both biosensing wearables and personal health tools and tracking rely on the consumer market being a viable business, and we've seen them enter the top 6 as well. The high growth categories of 2015 reflect the shifting industry needs to continue to cut costs, engage with the end user, and really improve communication and coordination across the industry. Aided by huge investments in consumer-driven genetic companies such as 23andMe and Helix, funding in the personal health tools and tracking category totaled more than care coordination and life sciences combined. They saw a 223% year-over-year growth compared to 2014. And this reflects the growing emphasis on creating a consumer-centric world for healthcare. And we're excited to see consumers take more responsibility for their own health. Care coordination we define care coordination as technologies that offer solutions for streamlining workflows and improvements to the patient experience. And this will become increasingly important as providers engage in more risk-bearing contracts and are responsible for more of the care continuum. Tools for life sciences experience significant growth as well, as biopharma continues to struggle with price pressures and the need to accelerate drug development process is ever so persistent. The industry continued to see an increasing number of dabblers investing in digital health, with 348 venture firms investing in 1 deal each this year. There was a growing long tail of investors who have done 3 or more deals, up 46% from last year to 51 unique investors. Moreover, there was a significant increase from 15 to 25 investors that each completed 3 digital health deals in 2015. One-fifth of the investors who have done 10 or more deals since 2011 are strategic and corporate funds. The most active investors of 2014, so those who participated in 4 or more deals, continue to invest in at least 1 digital health company in 2015. And as you can see, digital health continues to receive funding from a wide range of funds, with a noticeable growth in the number of active corporate investors. While we currently see more of the traditional venture funds invest in earlier stage deals compared to the strategic and corporates, it's worth noting that as corporate funds start to view their investments independent of their business development efforts, we expect to see a continued shift towards earlier stage deals. Digital health companies headquartered in California continue to garner the majority of funding, with Bay Area-based companies accounting for 36%. Digital health companies from 30 states received funding this year, with New York finally joining California as home to companies accounting for over $500 million in deals. And with regards to deal volume, Boston beat out New York ever so slightly to claim the title of the 2nd largest digital hub. However, digital health continues to heat up in additional metro areas like Miami, Salt Lake, Orlando, and Denver, each home to companies that brought in more than $65 million combined in total funding. As part of Rock Health's gender diversity initiatives, we look at the breakdown of digital health companies by CEO. While men make up the majority of funded digital health CEOs, women led twice as many companies funded in 2015 than they did in 2014. Of the companies funded in 2015, over 13% had a female CEO. Of the companies founded and funded in 2015, 29% had a woman CEO. So we're definitely excited to see this growing shift in women leadership in digital health. The majority of the women CEOs have advanced graduate degrees, with over 1/3 graduating with an MBA, 11% with a PhD, and 9% having MDs. States that have the most women digital health CEOs include California, Massachusetts, and New York, which parallels the most active digital health hubs. We tracked 187 M&A deals throughout 2015, which doubled in transaction volume from 2014. While disclosed deal volume only totaled to $6 billion in 2015, given that the vast majority of deals were undisclosed, it wouldn't be surprising if most of the deals were small, well south of a couple $100 million. Digital health companies continue to be the most active acquirer, with technology and other healthcare companies tying for second. While this reflects how healthcare is permeating into technology, we expect to see more activity on the payer and biopharma front as they recognize this digital health space as an important growing sector. In 2015, 5 venture-backed digital health companies went public. 2 of the 5 are currently trading above IPO price as of December 31st, with Fitbit seeing the most growth. Overall, Fitbit's performance in the public markets has been a success story. Fitbit raised $732 million and now has a market cap of over $6.1 billion, which makes it the 3rd largest publicly traded digital health company, right behind Cerner and IMS Health. But of the companies that went public this year, there was no correlation between the total venture funds raised before going public, the number of years of operation, or even their current market cap. Earlier this year, we released a survey to our Rock Weekly readers, and we had 132 responses to get a sense for who they think will IPO this upcoming year. And it looks like most expect ZocDoc and Practice Fusion to go public, with a large group of companies in the middle receiving a lot of attention as well. However, the public markets have not been faring too well, so we're eager to see whether or not public investors still have the continued appetite for digital health, or if there will be compressing on the valuations and multiples that companies are hoping to receive. Publicly traded digital health companies didn't fare too well this past year, even compared to the public market's overall performance. And perhaps so as we look forward to 2016, perhaps we're probably the most optimistic and excited about the growing role of the consumer and the consequent B2C opportunities. Healthcare consumer engagement and personal health tools and tracking alone accounted for 23% of overall funding last year, and we expect to see that number continue to grow in the year coming. Thanks so much for joining us for a quick funding webinar today. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at hello@rockhealth.org, or tweet at us, or come and stop by the office and say hi. And we hope everyone has a great day. Thanks.